Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Roger Eastlick with the business website CEO.com, and we're nearing the end of our series on how to set up and build an awesome website with a Parallax Pro child theme for Genesis. In this video, what I want to do is show you, add one final thing to the web page, and that is this opt-in box right here. So we're going to do that real quick. This is going to be an AWeber opt-in box. Could be any kind, but we're going to show you the AWeber opt-in box and style it for you real quick. And I think in the last video, which will be the next video, we will show you a little bit about making sure that it looks good for smaller, for all kinds of for devices like phones and tablets and stuff like that. So let's go get right to it. So what we want to do here is basically that area is another area that is already designated in the Parallax Pro theme. It is the footer 1 area right here that we're going to put it into. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use the Genesis eNews Extended plugin and the eNews Extended widget that comes along with that plugin. And then we're going to get some information from AWeber. Okay, so to start out, what we're going to do is I'm going to drag this Genesis eNews Extended widget box into the footer widget area, and there it goes. Okay, then I'm going to type in here under the title, I'm going to type in sign up for free updates. And now we're going to grab some stuff off of AWeber. So you want to go into your AWeber account, log in, and you're going to want to go to the sign up forms section. All right, so and once you've done that, then you're going to want to go over to the third part where it says publish and click on that. All right, and that's going to bring you up to this screen right here. And in a separate video, I will put a video out there on how to create a new email list in AWeber, as well as how to create a new form. But that really doesn't fit into this, so I don't want to add the time onto it. So for this point, refer to the other video. I'll put a link underneath this video for that. And for now, just know you're going to need to you're going to log in, you're going to go to the sign up forms tab up here, and then you're going to go to the publish section over here. And it's going to ask you whether you want to install the form yourself. You're going to get these three boxes when you go into the publish. You want to click on I will install my form. You want to click on the raw HTML version, and by default this is going to be checked, include beautiful form styles. You're going to want to uncheck that, and then hover over. The trick is here to hover over the text box, but don't click anything yet, and you're going to want to right click, not left click, but right click on the box. It will automatically highlight everything that's in the box and give you your contextual commands, and you can click on copy. The fastest way to do it, if you left click on it, then the problem is it kills the highlighting. Okay, insider tip there. Okay, once you've copied that, then you're going to want to go to Notepad or some Notepad program. I'm using Notepad++, but it really doesn't matter. Just open up your Notepad and paste the information in there. Okay, Control V, paste it in there. And the next thing we want to do is the second line here. You should see over to the far right, it says action, and then says and it starts with an HTTP. And then ends with an add lead or add lead.pl. You want to grab that from right after, starting with the HTTP all the way through, and grab the PL at the end. Right click, copy. Now you're going to go back over to our widgets area, and we're going to go down to the form action. Left click here, right click, and then paste, or Control V as in Victor. Excuse me. So and then we're going to, under the email field, we're going to type in email, one word, no spaces. And now we're going to go back to our Notepad and grab the hidden fields. So you'll notice in the stuff that we copied and pasted, you're going to notice that a couple lines down there's a div tag. It says div style equals display none. Right after that you've got some input fields, and they all say type is hidden all the way down to here. So what we want to do is start right after on the line right after the div tag, and you're going to highlight that all the way down to right above the closing div tag. So this area right here, you're going to highlight, right click, copy, left click in the hidden fields box here in the widget, right click and paste. Okay. We're going to change the submit text button to subscribe. Of course, you can do anything you want there. And click save. Okay, once you've done that and it's saved it, let's go back over and look at the website. Let's refresh it, reload it. Okay, so now here's our sign up form. The only problem is, of course, we've got a color issue back for the background, right? So let's fix that real quick. I'm going to hit F12 to get into my developers tools for Chrome. I'm going to go down to that area. I'm going to right click on the red area, on the background area, click inspect element, and I'm going to go down to the styles section on the developers tools, and you're going to notice down here it says dot footer dash widgets, and it's got a background color which matches that sort of pinkish color. Of course, what we really want is going to be not the pinkish color, but one of our brown colors, or what you're going to want is whatever your color is going to be. So I'm going to replace that with the appropriate color that I want it to be. And now I'm going to do is to the left of that, I'm just going to grab this, I'm going to highlight that, go all the way up here to the dot to the left of the footer dot widget, or dash widgets, right click, copy, and I'm going to go back over to my dashboard, my WordPress dashboard. I'm going to scroll up, going to go to the editor under appearance and click on editor. Going to go down and make sure that I click on the custom.css style file over to the lower right hand corner. Brings up the editor for that custom style sheet that we've been working on. And now I'm going to put a little comment in there. I'll put a forward slash and a asterisk, and then just say opt-in form styling, just to make it easier to see. I'm going to hit enter. Control is in Victor. Now we need our closing bracket, so I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to put that closing curly brace there. Click on update file. Alright, I'll go back to the website, reload the page, and you notice that the color stays. Okay, there's one more thing I guess we want to do, and that is that you'll see that this box is underneath this box. That's a huge subscribe button. You could leave it like this, right? But what we want to do is actually push this up so it's over to the left of this. It just looks a lot better, right? Especially when you get a big long page, you don't want that huge subscribe button. So what we're going to do in order to do that, we are going to put a little CSS in there. Okay, and the CSS that we want to put in there is basically we want to for the email, what we're going to do is right click and inspect the element. Okay, and basically what I'm going to do is I want the footer widget. This area is the footer widget, and it is the email input. So what we're going to do really is to be able to see that. Let's see what happens here. Just a second. Okay, what we're going to do is let's just go over to our editor part right here for a second. And what we're going to do is underneath this one, we're going to go down and we're going to type in dot footer dash widgets. and .enews, and then input, and we're going to have a bracket, and it's going to be type equals quotation mark email and quotation mark and bracket, and we're going to put two curly braces at beginning and end, and hit enter twice here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say float left. So that's going to make that email box go to the left hand side and let anything below it, if there's room, come up on the same line, so it'll be on the same line. And then what we want to do is say we're going to give it a width, and the width that I found for it, I mean, it doesn't have to be this exact thing. I think I found this someplace in the text, somewhere in this website itself, but you can either type that in, or you can make it shorter if you want to. This is what I've got right there, 65.811, so on. Semicolon after that, and we do have the closing tag there. Let's see what that does for us. So we want to click on update file, and now we're going to go down here and refresh. Okay, and I think the other thing that we need to do is for the subscribe button, which is also the submit button. We're going to want to make this a little bit less than 100%, because right now the width of that is 100%. It's taking the whole box. So we're going to kind of piggyback off what we did with the email address. And we're going to say is we're going to just copy this line right here that says footer dash widgets. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to put this underneath here. And what we're going to do is, instead of being the type email, we're going to change that to be submit. And now we'll put the closing bracket in so we don't forget, and then we'll do 2 times enter return, go back up 1, and the width is going to be, and again, width is going to be a big long thing. Probably doesn't need to be like this, you can make it your own. And I think I found this someplace in there, but I'm not sure where. Anyway, we're going to do a 31% basically. 31%, 65%. Make sure we have a semicolon at the end of our declaration for the width. And then I think what we're going to do, well, let's go ahead and update the file and go back to our website and do a refresh. And now we see we get it side by side, but we're not really getting it. But we have a problem because this isn't quite right. Now the issue is that there's a margin on top of this. I don't know if I can show that to you. Yeah, see where the brown is above the box there? That brown above the box is a margin, which we want to get rid of. So what we do here is, I'll just show you over here, we're going to say margin top is going to be 0. And as soon as we do that, then you notice it comes along and it's right what it's supposed to be. So let's go back over here to our custom CSS file, and let's go, and I'm just going to put this on top, doesn't really matter. I'm going to say margin margin dash top colon 0, and if you have a 0, you don't have to use any kind of measurement to it. 0 is 0. And then I'm going to click on update file. I'm going to go back to my website and refresh, and there we go. So now we've got it side by side. So that is how you put the opt-in box in, and that looks pretty good, except that I think that what happens is right now, if we squeeze this down, that subscribe button gets smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where it doesn't look any good. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make it so that it drops down back down below again. This is Roger Eastlick with the business website CEO.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media. Thanks.